Welcome to the MYBcast, a channel offering podcasts devoted to the art and science of somatic touch therapy. Somatic touch therapy is an alternative for self-care that recognizes the important role the body plays in our day-to-day life. We are fascinated with the mind-body connection, and so are the people we talk with. From pioneers who helped to originate or develop this work, to seedlings of somatic mindfulness who have adopted principles of this work in their massage practices, our guests will uplift, educate, and inspire you. Thanks for joining us. Please like, subscribe, and share. Now let's join our hosts.
Hi, welcome to Portraits of the Pioneers. We're wrapping up season 2 with a special behind the scenes look and a special interview with my co-host Richard Mack and our executive producer, Madelana Ferrara. So I'm going to introduce Madelana again, and thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy life to do this with us.
It's totally a pleasure to be here with you guys. I'm actually excited about doing this and honored to be included, to get from the other side of the camera. So, one of the things that I think might be really interesting for viewers and listeners to hear from you guys is, what are some of the highlight moments from the podcasts? You've spoken now with quite a number of people, pioneers in this work, and some of the episodes have blown my mind. What have you guys learned? What highlights stand out at this point?
Well, I'll simply say this. I don't think there's two episodes that are the same. Every episode went down a completely different place. Um, and there were some surprises along the way. The very first interview that we did was with Dean Juhan, only to discover that Dean's camera wasn't working. So, like, here we are kicking this thing off, and it was such a great interview that we just said, okay, so we're going to keep it audio and we'll make it an audio one, and we'll have them audio and video. So that kind of is how we got to the point where we're doing audio and video. So thank you, Dean, for that. But we still want you to come back to do a video one with us, and you've got that invitation anytime. How about you, Anna Marie? What's something that stuck out in your mind?
Yeah, I loved those glitches were so much fun. The interview with Mark Hoke had so many glitches that we had to actually utilize our editing team quite extensively for the first time. And so we got to figure out how to cut and paste different parts of a video together. So that worked out well. I live out in the country, so the technical stuff, when it comes up and tells me my connection is bad, I'm like, oh crap. But for me, the most fun thing is just learning the little things about the individual people. I didn't know Jack Blackburn had been a drummer, just little things like that were so fun to learn about people whose classes I've taken for years, who've been instructors for years. And it's the little personal things that we learned about them that for me were the highlight.
Wow, that's beautiful. I had actually forgotten about that catastrophe with Dean's first interview. But I do remember it. It was a spectacular interview. So that's on Apple Podcast, Podbean, iHeart Radio, all the other podcast channels.
Where
I should know the answer to that question, shouldn't I?
the answer I give to that is wherever you get your audio podcast, it's available.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so you could
We want
watch the
people to
videos or you can listen to the interviews.
So we want people to hear that one for sure.
Well, that yeah.
And I guess the other thing that really strikes me is that these are individuals who have been teaching their individual work for 20, 30, 40 years, and that they are even willing to sit down with us and just do an unscripted interview, um, maybe knowing our names from the Traeger organization, but not really knowing us. Some of them do, some of them don't. That they're even willing to sit down and talk to us and let us ask probing questions, is really it's heartwarming, and I really I feel very honored that not only have they been willing, but they seem like they're enjoying themselves and having a good time.
Mm. Um, so, Anne Marie, both Richard and I have some stage background. I
Mhm.
was a singer and an actress and thought I was going to go to Broadway when I came to New York, and then I didn't end up doing that. But and Rick was in a band and performed in a rock and roll band. You have none of that kind of experience.
No, but I've worked with preschool children for years, so I'm used to I'm I'm used to doing a song and dance to be able to entertain the audience of children. Uh,
Okay. I was going to say, how has that been for you in the evolution of this podcast? But
I appreciate the feedback on how to do it better every single time. So,
Wow. 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 I I want to share a couple of some highlights that had happened that just stick in my mind. Like I had no idea that Gail Stewart was so involved with the early stages of the human potential movement at Esalen. And in fact, she was the transcriber working directly with Dr. Peter Levine in bringing his work out. I mean, she knows Peter very well, and and Gail's a very sweet, non bragging type of person. But when she just started like letting these little stories come out, it was like, what? Tell me more. Tell me more. And I'm hoping that we can come back again to some of these people because I'd love to pair some of them up together and have some interesting dialogue because they went through a lot together coming through. Mark and Dean, for instance, that kind of triggered. They hadn't seen or talked to each other in a long time, and just the fact that we shared their episodes with them, it rekindled their connection. So there's that happening too, which is really beautiful to see.
and that happened with Jack and Bill too, right?
Yes, yes,
That
yes.
yes, it did.
reunited them. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And the latest, Linda Garofalo and Caterina Forte, the amount of work they have both published, the work that they're doing. So as we broaden out beyond where we all have a common background in the Traeger approach, as we broaden out, it's been really fun to get to know these people, and the wealth of information that is out there that they have already published is just phenomenal.
I'm super excited about that. And two dynamo women, like really incredible. Linda blew my mind. That interview with her, that conversation with her, that was like a college course.
Well, now you know why she teaches.
You're right. but but really incredible stuff and very personal too in the stories of her mentors and the people that touched her work and her journey. Talk about unexpected direction.
We actually had quite a few powerful women on the first two seasons. Catherine Hanson Spice, what a wonderful,
Oh
wonderful
yeah.
human being. And the idea of bringing the polyvagal theory into this work with the people that she's been teaching, and I'm one of them, um, the understanding of that and connecting the dots. It's one thing to feel a body, it's another thing to understand what's happening inside the body when you're doing that kind of touch. And that was phenomenal. And Kate Rose, who, Kate is a quiet person sitting off on the side, and she is just such a beautiful, sweet, loving human being. And so happy that people can get to meet these people and connect to them because that's the thing we're doing is we're inviting you to connect to these people. A lot of
Mm.
them are teaching their own classes. They're available on Zoom or whatever. Um, and it's such, as you use the word delicious, it's such delicious powerful work that why not? Why not get to the people that actually been doing it for 40, 50 years that have an incredible background of experience and what impacted their clients through the years, which is one of the questions that we would ask everybody. Tell us a little bit about a story of somebody that you touched and how you changed their life. Phenomenal results. Phenomenal results.
I think part of the purpose of the podcast is to help the public really understand better about what the work is. And I wonder, do you guys have you gotten any feedback, like personally, from people that you know that have watched about that particular mission of Portraits of the Pioneers? To me, it's how do we give more dimension to somatic work?
Yes, and Mark Hoke is perfect example. He happened to watch an episode as a result of a newsletter that we sent out from the Foundation for Somatic Touch. He watched an episode and reached out to us to be on the show. So that was that was pretty direct feedback.
That's a good one.
A real good one. A real good one. Yeah. Yeah.
So we want to I mean we're lucky because we all have these connections in the world of Traeger approach, and that these teachers that we've worked with and know are willing to sit and talk. But we want to move outside of that world, right? We want to
Yes,
expand.
yes, absolutely.
And I think Abraham Avi, as we all affectionately know him, in Israel, was really one of our first steps in outside. I mean, he came out of uh, the world of
Structural integration
Rolfing,
was
the
he?
Rolfing
Yeah.
Yeah,
world,
structural integration.
structural integration, and it's interesting how he combines the two, the Traeger approach and structural integration. And I'm thinking we're going to see more and more of that as we go deeper into people that are doing this type of work.
Mm.
That was pretty phenomenal listening to that. Yeah.
Do you have like a wish list of who do you want to talk to? Is there
Uh,
a wish list?
Personally, for me, I'll speak for me, and then you could speak for you. For me, anybody who is willing to tell their story and has something interesting to share.
Mm.
Yeah. And there's some big names out there like Tom Myers, who's a good friend of Dean Juhan. And, Dean talks a lot about Tom, about as they were coming up. And, Dean had a very different kind of approach and touch than Tom. And they had an ongoing debate on, what is more impactful. And I would like to hear Tom's side of that story
Mm.
because Dean did a
Mhm.
nice job painting it from his perspective.
Okay, that's one. We'll put that out there. How about Robert Schleip? Wouldn't it be nice to have a conversation with him?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm making a list.
Okay.
That's why you're the executive producer.
But there's another part to this, and that is that there's a sister show to this called Seeds, which is the young therapists, massage therapists that are actually learning the somatic work. And we know these people from the classes that we're doing with Fernando Rojas, and that's the somatic mindfulness classes. And there's quite a few people that he's worked with over the last couple of years, and what I'm hearing from those people is they're absolutely just eating this stuff up, getting to the roots of the people that we talk about in the class. Like Milton is one, obviously we always talk about, but to get a different perspective from other people that have been doing it for years and years. And here's licensed massage therapists that are realizing that bringing the somatic approach to their work is bringing them to a completely different level. It's nice to know who the heroes are of that work and gives
Mm.
them an opportunity to go in and reach out to these people and learn more from them.
Well, with that in mind, I would like to say we could define pioneer in a lot of different ways. And I think what Fernando's doing with somatic mindfulness is a version of a pioneer. He's bringing somatic work to massage therapists. And maybe he should be on our wish list.
Oh, I think definitely because he brings a very unique perspective to what he's doing. He brings a very unique perspective. So I think I would add him to the list for sure.
Got it.
Well, as you're sitting there putting the list together as we start moving and thinking about season 3, which will be coming up towards the end of the year, um, I think what we're going to see is more people outside the Traeger community. That's for sure already happening. The people that are lined up that are ready to be in the queue for recording. Um, you can watch from the very beginning the progression of Anna Marie becoming more open and asking great questions. And I'm actually starting to sit back and letting her run the show because she's doing a great job. And I'll just kind of just add some color here and there. But we're all kind of evolving into this. And the other thing that I'd like to just take a moment and just bring recognition to is the Foundation for Somatic Touch.org, the 501c3 that both Anna Marie and myself and the board of directors that are running that. The idea here is to take this work, put together the information about the case reports, the research, provide the money to go deeper into this. As we move deeper into artificial intelligence, there's no question that the initial diagnosis that happens anywhere in a medical situation, if there is not information about this somatic touch in the library, AI
Mhm.
doesn't even see it or recognize it. So this is a very, very important piece of the puzzle of getting people to write and share and letting people learn about this work and the experiences that have happened. I've had my experience with the success of cerebral palsy. Um, Anna Marie, you've had your experiences with MS. Madelana, you've had tremendous success with trauma and the work that you're doing with your clients. People need to hear this. All right? It's not something that you're going to just pick up. It's something that's going to come out there, and it's going to be people that are doing the research that are going to dive into it, and we're hoping that the foundation provides a good place for them to find that information.
Mm. It's a beautiful vision, the creation of that organization,
Yeah.
and a lot of work going into it.
And I'm very thankful for the board that we have. And I want to put a special prayer out for one of our board members, Ross Pastel, who's going through some difficulties right now with health problems. And just want to let him know that we really appreciate him and he's in our prayers. So invite you all to put Ross in your prayers going forward.
Yeah.
We've got about 3 or 4 minutes left to wrap up. So Madalena, do you want to take us out?
Sure. So, from the executive producer to um to all of you who watch, who listen, who are the first to check out the latest episodes, we are really, really grateful for your engagement with us. We want to encourage you to share your thoughts, put some comments out there. Let us know what you want to see in these podcasts. We're putting our wish lists together for the next coming season, so it could be a really great help to build the program. And of course, feedback. We're always open to feedback. Anything that we could do better. I really am honored to be here with the two of you today, Anna Marie and Richard, and and just want to say thanks. Thanks for everything, all you do.
Thank you. And it's all.
And thank you. Thank you.
We'll see you in episode 1, season 3 soon.
Stay well, everyone. Lots of love, Ross. Thank you for joining us at MYBcast. We hope you found the stories inspiring. This series has been made possible by our hosts, our production team, and our guests, whose willingness to share their personal stories is vital to educating the public about the power of somatic touch. We're all contributing to creating positive change. Thanks to our sponsors, Mind Your Body, the Foundation for Somatic Touch, and Somatic Mindfulness. Find them on the web at myb.llc. foundationforsomatictouch.org and somaticmindfulness.co. Please like, share, subscribe, and join us again for more interesting, compelling, and heartful stories.